Hello viewers, I'm so glad that I'm still talking to you guys on the web. That insane person has stopped pounding on my door, and plus, I've barricaded it. Which should buy me enough time to talk to you guys. So, while I have the time, why not we look at Alan Wake's new book. Yep, it's a pretty nice looking book, and look, it's even signed on the inside. Yep, it's a nice book. Ah, shit. The spine's coming off. Oh jeez, it's really coming off. Hey! There's something in here. What? Alan Wake's a game? Alan Wake is a linear psychological thriller action game that mainly uses story to drive the game itself. The story to Alan Wake is about Alan Wake, a writer who goes to Bright Falls with his wife Alice. After settling into the new cabin, Alice goes missing, and Alan Wake awakes in a car crash a week later. And to top it off, Alan starts finding manuscripts for a story he wrote that he doesn't remember writing. And on top of that, the manuscript starts coming true. Alan Wake's story is very interesting and does very much drive the game itself. But sometimes, the story does get a little lost in the bad bits of voice acting that can occur every once in a while.
We need to stop at the local diner to get the cabin key from the landlord, a Mr. Carl Stuckey. He's waiting for us.
The gameplay itself is good. You're mostly trying to get to your next objective with stuff happening in between, like these shadowy figures attacking you at night. It's basically an action game with a very well told story behind it. The music in the game works great. It works to invoke these emotions like calmness and mental fear. The fact that you know something's going to happen at night is that mental fear aspect of it. As the music starts rising and you start hearing these heightened notes that heighten your senses of knowing shit's going to go down. The controls work too, but sometimes they do feel a little finicky here and there. Overall, I give Alan Wake a 7.5 out of 10. The story drives the game, and you want to see what happens next in the game. It's almost like you're reading a book, for instance. The gameplay is enjoyable, and the music very much helps the experience overall. But there are these little bits of finicky control experiences that will happen, and on top of that, the voice acting does sometimes mess up the story itself. But nevertheless, it's a very enjoyable game and definitely worth a pickup.